Good day, YouTube. It's the 16th of January, 2024. It's still the ice apocalypse outside. It's about 22 degrees, 4 inches of ice on all the roads that are less traveled, and we're expecting more freezing rain in the next couple of hours. I just got a call from a friend who I didn't realize has been without power for couple days, no heat or any water or anything like that, and they struggled, and their town it's over on the coast, completely cut off from the valley where I'm at. Nobody could get to them to help, so they kind of helped each other. They made it through. They got power back on early this morning, so that's good. And I was reminded at that point that my jump starter, which my friend was using to like charge phones and so forth, is a pretty valuable piece of equipment if it works, but the battery in this thing is not much, and it needs to be replaced. So you can see I got a screwdriver stuck in it. I just pulled the bolts out, and I thought, you know what, I should video this because I'm probably not the only one that's got one of these. I sell them at Costco. They were, I don't know, a little over $100. I actually got this used for $50 one day. I probably should have just bought a new one, but anyway, it's been some years ago, and it's just not much count. It's not. I don't even know if it'll jump a car anymore. But we got to get this thing apart. I believe I have all the screws out of it, but it's being a pain as far as getting open. Yeah. So let me get some more screwdrivers. We'll just start prying on this thing till it cracks or something happens, because it ain't no good this way. So we'll get it open, figure out what kind of battery's in this thing. It's probably got some numbers on it. We can go to Amazon, get one coming. Today's the day, while you're thinking about it, to fix this stuff. Why is it such a pain? So these have screws way in here, and I done got them all loose. There was 2 screws there, screws down here, but I got them all out of there. They haven't like fell out. As I say that one fell out. Where'd it go? Got it. Is there some hiding? Ooh, that one. I'll bet. Yeah, I forgot this one. Oh, it's so much easier if you get all the screws out, Glenn. Jeez. I don't have a magnet small enough to get in there. All right. Oh, so much easier. Get all the screws out. All right. See how many I can lose. There's a couple. There's a couple more. It's probably enough to get it back together again anyway. Is there another one in the middle there somewhere I forgot? I know I got those. I know I got those. I was cleaning my bench when I decided I needed to fix this. I'm looking for a lost screw. Oh, I think it's coming apart. I think she's coming apart at the seams, maybe. Well, let me fit a little bit. Let me get this thing in 2 pieces. Success. Just had to pull on it a little bit. I got a battery post corroding like crazy in here. What's up with that? It's corroding. Yeah. Alright. what's it going to take to get this thing apart? I'm going to tell you a little trick. Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, a little trick, is I'm going to put another outlet on this thing. So here's the deal. This is one thing I don't like about this contraption. It does not have a cigarette lighter plug on it. And dang it, I quite honestly thought that's what they're for. You know, put a cigarette lighter plug on it. There's things you can do if you got a cigarette lighter plug. Well, this ain't got one. So I could take a cigarette lighter plug and hook the leads to it, but then you got to turn this switch on and listen to it beep for 4 hours while you are using your cigarette lighter plug or power outlet or whatever you want to call it. So you know what we're going to do? We get this thing apart, which we do, and get a battery coming for it. I'm putting a cigarette lighter plug on this thing. I'm not sure where. I'll screw the thing to the side. I don't care. I want this to have a cigarette lighter plug on it so I can use it, and I'll hook it direct to the battery. How's that for hijinks, huh? Okay. Now we got to figure out how to get it apart enough to get the battery out of it. So 1, 2, 3 screws, 4 screws ish. We got to clean all this corrosion out. It's getting all over my bench. So this is the switch. Okay. Saves the screws. Save the screws. Another screw. Told you I was cleaning my bench when I got the crazy idea to fix this. Okay, so now we gotta get in here. So this thing is bolted to the ground terminal, which is corroding like crazy. So that's kind of like an 8mm or something. Let me see if I can get to my metric wrenches with you standing in front of it. All right, let's see. 8mm. Yes. That is it. Enough corrosion in there. Can't really get my wrench on it. So this thing says good for like, 1,000 cranking amps or something. But if you look right on the battery when we get it out, I doubt seriously that battery is good for 1,000 cranking amps. Come on. Y'all watch Project Farm's YouTube channel? He's tested all these. If I ever go to buy something, I go to his channel and see if he's reviewed it, or I've probably already seen the video and I just go back and re-review the video before I make buying decisions like that, because he's tested it all. I trust his testing more than any advertising. Alright, there's the nut. Buried in corrosion. If it's got corrosion, it's probably leaking. Now, we can get this stuff apart. I got to get the bolt out to get the metal backing plate that's holding this stuff on there. Oh, I think it's coming. Come on. There. I knew it just needed to wiggle a while. So we got this wire here that's just going into this clamp. That'd be the easy one to take off. The clamp. The clamp. Alright. something on the bottom there. Yeah, there's wires and such on the bottom. Let's turn it on its side, maybe. Okay. Okay. I think this is going to be the easier one to take apart. Off the wire off the positive post there. Does that got a Phillips screwdriver slot in it? It does. It does. It does. Is it off? Yeah, it's off. Right. Is that enough to get that battery out of there or not? That wire's good. I didn't really build this to take apart. Yeah. Alright, let me fiddle. Try to get that thing out of there. Alright, it's coming out. There we go. Alright, sealed lead acid battery. 19 amp hour. Okay. Should be a number on this thing somewhere. Oh, right there. CB19-12. I should be able to go on Amazon, find that exact battery. Hopefully one that's not corrody. Alright, I'm going to go find it, get it ordered. Next time you see this, blink, we'll have a new battery here. We'll be putting it back together. Oh, no, I might come back and show you hooking up a cigarette lighter plug to this bad boy. We're going to attach it right here and find a spot. Drill a hole in the side here, or maybe right here or something. There should be room. Okay, we're gonna do that. All right, here we go. All right, went on Amazon. I got a battery coming. So I also looked at, this says 12 volt 19 amp hour, which means it would draw 1 amp of power. It would take 19 hours to drain this battery, or roughly 1 hour at 19 amp draw to drain the battery. There's more to it than that, but roughly that's it. And I found ones that were 17, 18, 19 amp hour. Then I spotted a couple that were 22 amp hour with the same part number. So it'd be the same dimension, but give me 3 more amp hours. So what's that, 15%? So a better battery is coming, and it was $47. So it's on its way. So let's see about putting a power outlet under dash receptacle. This was obviously a yard sale find for me. It's been hanging on my wall for years. Looking for this opportunity to use it. I'm going to open it up. I think there's room enough in there to drill a hole and mount this. And if we get it out of the box. So there's the cigarette lighter plug under dash mount. We don't need any of that. We'll use the wire if it's long enough. Probably is. Oh yeah. It's long enough. It's a little too long. We'll shorten it as needed when we get the new battery. In the meantime, let's put this in. So if you're not familiar, these just unscrew. Okay. We don't need this bracket, but I'll save it. And we'll drill a hole and we'll get this inserted in here. It sure looks like it will fit. Let's measure this and get the proper hole saw. 0.85. 75 is 3/4. So about 7/8. Yeah. All right, it's been a week or two, but we are back on this jumper box. The new battery's here. It's been here for a while, actually. Anyway, yeah, the one I got exactly the same shape. This was clearly 19 amp hours, and the new one is 22. So about a, I don't know, 15% improvement on a battery life. So we've cut in the cigarette lighter plug. That's what I call them. Power port, whatever you want to call it. I think what we're going to do is, this is the wire kit that came with that plug. Again, no link. It's a yard sale purchase. If I see any of that kind of stuff at a yard sale, I just get it. I mean, I know I'll need it one day, and you might as well get it for $1 than to pay whatever you have to pay for it. So we need to hook up this wire to the positive post, which is over here, but let's be safe about it and put some protection in line with this wire. And you know, a guy could put a fuse in there. However, if you blow the fuse, it's inside here and you got 12 screws to take apart to get in to fix the fuse. So I'm going to put this inline circuit breaker in. Just something I had in my stash of stuff. I have no idea where it came from. It's a little odd to put in line, but you know, if you've got a spade connector like that, it'll drop right on there. We'll put a little shrink tube over it. So let's find a spot, right in here for this. We're gonna have to tape this up as well, because what we don't want is it flopping around and shorting something out. So when we get this done, we'll put some tape over it. But anyway, this is a circuit breaker and it'll reset itself. So if we trip it, it's self-healing, right? So let's cut this apart. We'll strip this and put a couple spade connectors on it. Okay. Feels like about 16 gauge wire for a short run like that. Should be great. A little double crimp there. If anybody's interested, these are Greenlee's. Okay. It is a 1955-SS, which means stainless steel. I got 5 pairs of these. I love them. I had them when I was working for a living, and I have them at home as well, which now my work tools are also home as well. Okay, so I'm going to slide some shrink tube down over that connector with the idea to insulate those long bus bars and try to hold this intact. I don't want those things to fall off. You know, your jumper boxes get kind of rough-housed a little bit, and you don't want them falling off. So cut that shrink tube about that long. Come on down. Let's play the game here. Okay. Is there room? Oh yeah. Alright. How about a little torch action here? Oh yeah. Let me see if I actually have a piece of shrink tube that'll go over this whole thing here. You might be in my way. Found this big piece of white shrink tube. Question is, will it shrink down far enough? We are about to find out. Alright. Let's see if it'll shrink. Go baby go. Go baby go. We're gonna make it. Come on, get down there. Or I'll burn you. Burn you bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, there we are. There we are. That's warm, by the way. So we will slide this here. Again, this is the connector that came with the kit, so it should be awesome. Okay, and then this will go to the positive side over here. So we'll put a wire terminal on it. I have a fairly small bolt, so I selected a fairly small ring terminal for the smaller bolt that goes through there, like so. I'm going to do the old double crimp here. There we go. Okay, so that will be positive side. So we've got this wire, and this wire all going through the positive post. Okay, so this will be a little tricky. Let me get a Phillips screwdriver. That would be in this drawer. We'll take we're going to make sure we land the big terminal wire right to the battery post. The other two wires on the nut side, like so. The battery came with the bolt, a lock washer, and nut for each side. So we're going to use them, because our other one was corroded. Remember that? For you, it's just been a couple minutes ago that you saw that, but for me, it's been a couple weeks, I think. Okay, it's screwdriver tight. We'll come back and wrench tight that in a minute. Okay, now we have, I've cleaned up all of these that were corroded, remember? Oh yeah, we're striking. We're striking. We're going to put the negative terminal on the battery lead. Then we've got this wire, and then I've got to prepare this wire. So let's get a ring terminal on it somewhere. There's plenty of room for this wire to run around in there. So somewhere about right there will do. Gonna be so nice having this jumper pack. I like the jumper pack in its size and weight and so forth, but the fact that it did not have a power port just drove me crazy. I had no idea it didn't have one when I bought it. Now, I bought this used for like $50 some years ago, and it worked pretty good about the first year that I had it, and then the battery was starting to go where it would only like work for lawnmowers. So this should be way better now. Okay, let's get this wire plugged in onto the ground. Are you going to work with me here? There we go. There we go. I'm going to make sure this one's all the way. There. Just questioning that. Okay, so now we've got all of the wires, and this metal piece here is also on the battery terminal. I hope that's everything, though. I hope I'm not missing something. It's been a couple weeks here. There's that one, there's that one, and there's this one. Okay. Now then, come on. Start, please. Dang it. It's kind of cross-threaded. Hang on, there we go. All right, let me grab it's probably 8mm, and I'll get those tight. All right, I got the positive one tight. It's been raining like crazy here for a whole week after our ice and snowstorm. But it's a nice day today. It's supposed to warm up to like 60. So I got the shop opened up, get things aired out. It's gonna be nice. Okay, I think that's everything. We got the wires, we got that. I don't think there's anything missing. Maybe we should test it before we put it all back together. What do you think? Or should we just go for it? Partially assemble it? We're gonna have to let gravity help us here to put this thing back together. Let me fight this thing for a minute. All right, be sure to get all the wires down the center so it doesn't guillotine them in half or something. I think we're getting there. Everything got plenty of room. There we go. There we go. Line up them screws. That's that plug. I'm probably right in your way, but yeah. Okay, I got room for a little screw. A couple over here. And then this goes in here somehow or another. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's get these screwed in. Which screws were they? Anybody remember? Oh yeah. All right, let me get these screws in. I think there's only 3, and then we'll see if we can get the cover on. All right, working on this little clamp next. Get that wire tucked in there. It was a silver screw. Looked like that one. Looks like that one, I guess. It's a little easier to put these back together if you put them back together like the same day you took them apart, but that ain't happening, so. This is probably not a good time for power tools. Fragile, you'll break it. Some people gotta have them, but you know what? These invented these a lot earlier than they did power tools, so let's just use those. Okay, what do you think the chances of this going back together is? The plug. Okay, I got all the wires tucked in. I think I'm okay. Yep. Let's poke the air hose out. Okay. Pull everything tight. That charge plug, that ain't cool. Oop, what's this? There we are. Got a little twist in her. Yep, that plug is going to be a pain, isn't it? Just go in there. Just stay there. What? It's really going back together? That's amazing. I think. So this gizmo little cover thing. Okay, well, there's 2 little screws that go there. Yeah, Some of these, the screws are still there too. So let me, pardon me. Let me see which ones those are. That one's still there. That one's still there. Wow, those even got snug. All right. Okay, let me get some screws in this thing. All right, it's all back together. Yeah, I could have charged that battery while it was sitting on the bench, but I didn't. Anyway, it's probably got charge in it. I got some silicone on my stuff there. So let's see if I got a... So I just got a little cheapy cell phone charger. It's all dusty and stuff, but it's got a little light in it. We're just gonna verify that that works. So you can see the light, little red light. So yeah, we got that working, but that was a for sure thing. Let's turn this on. That's that beep that I just hated about this thing, because I was using the leads to hook up a 12-volt power port, cigarette lighter plug, and I go, hey, this will work fine. But then you got to listen to the beep, because its beeps tell you the switch is on. Okay, so let's turn the inverter on. This has a 200-watt inverter in it, which is actually very cool. So this is the switch that turns the inverter on. Our inverter's working. Okay, why'd it go off? Did I turn it off? Oh, it turned it off. It probably doesn't sense the load because it's a LED bulb. Air compressor. Working fine. Everything. Oh, the light. Oh, the LEDs. LED light. Another USB port down here. Can you see that? USB ports. Turn them on and off. All right. Shut off, you noisy machine. All right, guys, we did it. We have upgraded our cat jumper box from the old 19 amp hour battery to a 22 amp hour battery, from a battery that was dead or dying to one that is brand new. Okay, so gosh, did I tell you what that battery cost? $45 or $50. Just go on Amazon, do a search for your battery. Okay, I think I might have covered that earlier in the video, but it has been a while, right? So I did a search for this battery, okay, and it brought up all these batteries plus a couple of them that were better. So that's what we did, just bought better and put in our jumper box. So so you're about ready to junk your jumper box, and they're, you know, 150 bucks or something. For $50 you can bring it back and make it better than it was when you bought it. And I did 2 upgrades, right? We upgraded the battery to a better battery, and I put a power port in so I can use this in my vintage camper and stuff, for my fans, for my lights, for my whatever. I have a 12-volt power port and it looks good. I mean, it's fine, right? It's awesome. I'm going to clean off this little bit of silicone that I purposely got everywhere, but it doesn't need to be there now. It's had a couple weeks to kind of dry and so forth. But yeah, it's got a little dust cover on it and stuff. So this little jumper box is ready to go camping. It's ready to go in my new Honda Acti truck. We can go in the RVs. We can take it on revivals. We could just do whatever we want to. She's good to go. Guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Heck, go watch another video, would you please? That'd be awesome. And remember, if you comment today, I'll see you in the morning in the comments. I sit down every morning at breakfast and answer every comment that comes in for the past 24 hours. So if you want to chat with me about this or any other project, just comment on this or any video, and we'll chat in the morning. Guys, thanks again. Thumbs up on the way out. We'll see you in the next one.